party, Wine's POV. We drove back to the mansion and I felt his gaze on me entire way, but I played it cool. We entered the living room. I was walking towards my room when I felt a warm hold on my wrist and I turned to look at him. Tai, where are you going, love? Wine. My room, I replied, my voice filled with uncertainty. Let's go. He started walking towards his room, holding my wrist and taking me along. I halted my steps as my heartbeat raised. Wine, what are you doing? Going to our room. You should go to yours, I'll go to mine. I tried to suppress my nervousness, but it was evident. Tai, we share love, so why not share the same room? He asked as it was nothing in mind. Yes, Kim, I know that sharing same room is not a big deal for couples, but you and I are a special case. I can't risk losing my first time just because of a mission, especially with a person like you. Never. I was lost in my thoughts when he spoke and took me back to the disgusting reality. Hi, are you perhaps nervous, darling? Why, me? Nervous? Ha, never. I tried to cover up, but he chuckled on my state and asked, Then he pulled me closer by my waist and I crashed into his firm chest. Wine, it's my first time being in a relation. Oh, that's great. I'll make sure to be your first and last one. I'll be your one and only. That's a promise. Why the hell this man is so possessive all the time? I'd look directly at him and my eyes widened as I felt his face coming closer to mine. He wanted to. No, please no. His eyes were closed and he came so close that I could feel his warm breath on my lips. He was about to close the remaining gap when I turned my face to the side and his lips collided with my cheek. Thank POV. I was about to give in to my inner desires and calm my inner beast by her plump lips, but I felt my lips touching her soft surface. I immediately opened my eyes and saw that she made me kiss her cheeks. Her head was turned to the side and she was looking very scared and nervous. Tai, what happened, princess? I tried to ask politely, but my voice betrayed me and showed my disappointment. But her innocent trembling voice melted me and I started to feel guilty for not asking for her consent beforehand. take things slow. I've never did those things before. She sat still looking to the side, avoiding eye contact, afraid to look at my face. Her beautiful eyes were filled with tears. Oh, my innocent baby. Ty, how slow do you want it to be? I asked and her eyes widened. She looked at me in shock. Oh no, my words sounded dirty. No, I mean, it's my first time too. I don't know how these things work. So tell me how you want me to behave. I asked softly, unable to bear the sight of her scared expression any longer. Fine. Like, let's start from holding hands and going on friendly dates. Then we can go with the flow and take the next step. She explained it sounding like a kid talking about her favorite toy. She was so lost that she seemed to forget about the proximity between us, as she still was so close to me in my arms. She completely forgot about her fear, and I couldn't help but fondly gaze at her. Aye, Captain. We both chuckled at my playful remark. So love, be ready tomorrow. Your man will take you on a date. Let's be friends before lovers. Wine's POV. He said those lines and winked at me, causing my cheeks to turn red. I playfully pushed him towards his room. Wine. Okay, Romeo. Now go and sleep. He was about to leave, but I called out to him, causing him to stop in his track. Fine, and one more thing, don't forget to dream about me. I winked at him and ran towards my room, hearing his genuine laugh behind me. I laid on my bed, staring blankly into space, lost in thought. He is a mafia, but he never been in a relationship with any girl. It seems impossible. Usually people like him are womanizers. Does this mean he used girls but never formed any serious relationship with them? Yes, that must be the reason. Wine, don't lose your focus. Concentrate on hitting him and getting your work done. Get close to him to the point where he willingly reveals all his secret to you. But the time is running out. Bella has already contacted me through anonymous accounts, informing me about my sister's whereabouts and revealing that the boss wants me to finish the mission as soon as possible because Kim's rival gang is growing impatient. They have already paid half the amount and the rest will be paid when I'll hand over the confidential data. Also want to finish the mission quickly so I can live peacefully with my sister. She thinks I'm on a busy work trip abroad, but in reality I'm stuck with this freak. Next morning, times POV. Dressed in a pair of loose coat pants and my stylish Gucci slippers, I made sure I was prepared for our first date. I hope this odd side of mine doesn't drive her away. Nonetheless, with anticipation building inside me, I headed to the living room. And ordered the maid to call her so we can start our day. A few minutes later, my eyes caught sight of her coming down from the stairs, and it was as if time stood still. I couldn't tear my gaze away from her captivating presence. To me, she was a vision that surpassed the mesmerizing view of sunsets and sunrises over majestic mountains. She is more breathtaking than the cascading waterfalls in the middle of untouched nature. It was the most beautiful scene I have ever witnessed. I snapped back to the reality when she playfully complimented me. Yumi. Looking quite delicious, Mr. Kim. Her teasing words sent my heart somersaulting. Then perhaps you should take a bite, my love. I replied in the same flirty manner, and she went with the juicy puff decorated over her perfect face. Why? No, it was my turn to make you blush. Oh, Dove, you have no idea. You truly have no idea about how many emotions you evoke in me. Blushing for you has become the new norm. She looked on blushing hard, but suddenly her laughter echoed through the room. Oh, what happened? Why are you laughing so hard? Fine, your slippers. Are you mocking my sense of style and comfort? She wiped away a tear that escaped due to too much laughing. Why? No, it's just too cute and funny at the same time. Still slightly annoyed, I retorted. I hate tight shoes, okay? Fine. Justified. I hate tight shoes too, especially heels. So from now on, I will wear slippers too, okay? You should. Oh, still salty? I was just pulling your leg. You look adorable when I tease you. A mischievous spark flickered in my eyes as I responded, lowering my voice to a deeper tone. Be aware, once I start teasing you, you won't be going away until you beg and receive a hard punishment. She stopped laughing, her gulp audible, and I felt a sense of satisfaction at the effect I had on her. Flashing her a smile, I gently took her hand and led her outside, heading towards my car while she followed me quietly, like a well behaved kitten. At night, Wine's POV. Not gonna lie, I enjoyed a lot today. We went to cafe, mall, beach, amusement park, and restaurant. Right now, we are walking on the roads of Italy while holding hands. It's completely dark, but few street stalls can be seen from a distance. Thai, let's eat something. One. Again? Thai. Why not? Wine. I'll get fat. Thai. No, we will get fat. And we both laughed on his statement. Wine. Okay, I'll stand here. You go and grab someone. Thai. You're not coming. Wine. No, I'll sit in the waiting area. I'm tired. Thai. Okay, princess. I'll be right back. He went away and I was left alone. He was taking time, but I felt as someone was watching me. I looked to my left and there was three men, drunk men, walking towards me while their dirty gaze were fixed on me. They were checking me out from head to toe and passing dirty comments while licking their lips. I looked towards the direction and he was not coming back, so I started walking towards the direction he went, but someone held my wrist from behind in a death grip and a shriek left my mouth. Man one, a foreigner, huh? One, ah, leave me. Man two, not so easily. I felt disgusted and they didn't stop. They all grabbed me as I tried my best to break free from their hold. Man 3, satisfy us, and we will let you go without killing you. At this point, I was pinned to the bench by them while they were trying to remove my clothes. It was all so sudden, I couldn't do anything. I was horrified, but I managed to scream. Why? Taehyung. And upon screaming his name, I burst into tears. I was losing conscious when I felt that the force of those men disappeared. I was relieved. After trying so hard, I sat straight, but upon seeing the horrified scene, my breath froze. looked at me with these bloodshot eyes and shot those men everywhere while maintaining eye contact with me. Upon witnessing this terrifying scene, darkness consumed my mind completely, and I blacked out.